What's up, everybody out there in internet land? It's your brother Moshe coming to you live from the Only Man Cave. And I'll say it again. Welcome to the Schizophrenic channel, where you never, ever, ever, ever know what topic is going to be covered in a video. But before I get started, and because we are going to be going on this topic, and I'm dying to take a toke, let's take a toke. I just got the Valerian UL. I'm breaking in the coil tonight. And I will say this. Let's talk about Ejuice here for a second. But before I do that, let's take another toke. One thing I've been noticing since I've switched over pretty much to single coil tanks. The Valerian UL is a single coil. I'm not going to get too much into that. I'll review the tank either tomorrow or the third day. I have the Fire Luke mesh, and I also have the Horizon Tech Falcon tank. Time to wet the whistle. Those are my two favorite sayings. Time to take a toke and time to wet the whistle. Tonight is a very lovely Pinot Grigio with essences of a strong green apple and just a hint of pear. Very lovely. Okay, so this is what I've been noticing with certain Ejuice companies. That's some cloud production right there. A lot of them are very inconsistent. Sometimes you could buy the same Ejuice and it doesn't taste the same. And I can understand when you're buying certain Ejuices go faster. I've already done the research, how you store your juice, how long it's been sitting around, so on and so forth. It all changes the Ejuice. But what I've been really noticing is, especially switching over to predominantly, hell, I think all my tanks are single coil right now. I do have one Smock TV8 tank hanging around just in case. But I think I can get rid of it now that I have the Valerian. I'm really digging it. Really, really digging it. But one thing I've been noticing with certain juices is I don't think they have the VG-PG ratio like they claim they do. I've been getting spit back with certain juices, and I'm going to show you which ones. I went to the vape store today. Last time I went was about a week ago. And I picked up, most people pretty much know this brand already. Where is it? Keeping it 100. I tried the blueberry slushy, which I thought was absolutely scrumptiousness, and I did not have a problem with that juice at all, running it in any of my tanks. I picked up their strawberry milk, and you get a ton of spit back with this juice. I think the companies are starting to mass produce to get it out there, and they're not paying attention to quality control. That's this juice. First, I thought it was my Horizon Tech Falcon tank. I had just put a new coil in, primed it up with this juice. and was and was smoking on it or toking on it, and I was getting spit back. I usually run the Horizon Tech Falcon tank at about 70 to 75 watts. Max is 80, depending on the juice that I'm smoking on, toking on. Oh, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed with this tank. But I will say, I'm about to show you another juice, and I wasn't too impressed with this tank until I switched the juice. I primed the coil up with bad drip. This is the second time I've bought a batch of this juice. This is the cereal trip. It tastes like Fruit Loops. That's what it tastes like. And everyone, some people say Fruity Pebble and Fruit Loop taste the same. No, it doesn't. Those were some of my two favorite cereals when I was a kid. And Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops definitely do not taste the same. I had one of their newest juices, the God Nectar, and again, I had problems with spit back in my tank. And I'm having problems. I primed up the Valerian UL coil with this juice, ran 3 tanks in it, and spit back. And when I went to the vape store today, time to wet the whistle. The manager said there was a guy that came in here, tried quite a few of their juices, and every single juice he had ended up getting spit back and leaked in his tank. Now, I don't know what kind of tank he had or what mod he had. I don't think the mod has anything to do with it. If he was using a certain smock tank, yeah. If it was an older tank, you keep it in your car. A lot of it has to do with the O-rings and the vacuum seal, but I'm thinking it's the juice. Because, and I just filled up the tank. It was the 3rd time with that bad drip cereal trip. And like the top says, have a bad day? Well, I had a bad day. Because the minute I switched it out, a quarter of the tank. Yeah, I will say this, that tank has no problems with re-wicking. It's a little bit of a juice guzzler. I switched it out with the Silverback Rocky. For those of you that didn't see the video before, this is like a banana vanilla bean crust pie. And it's very well balanced. None of the flavors are prominent, and it's very, very equal with all the different flavors. First thing you get is banana, then you get the vanilla bean, you get the vanilla bean, and then on the tail end you just get a very hint of the crust. It's scrumptiousness. It is good. So I've always been an advocate for having regulatory procedures in the vape industry. Now, I agree with free market, but I still think there needs to be greater quality control. This is now a couple of different juices that I've had a problem with spitback in my sub-ohm tanks. You see, with the right juice, you can pull soft, you can pull hard. It doesn't matter. You're never going to get that spitback. I'm going to do a review on this tank soon. Scrumptiousness. And it's disappointing. It's disheartening, because yeah, I know, 20 bucks for 100 mils. The bad trip, cereal trip, I don't feel so bad. I bought the tank today. The tank was $45 in the vape store, and I bought a pack of 2 replacement coils. That was 10 bucks. That's 55. And I bought 2 bottles of juice. One was 60 mil at $20, which is the Vape-Tasia lemon killer custard. I really haven't vaped on it too much yet. And I bought, which I haven't tried yet, and I'll be doing a review on it soon, the Clown Sweet Tooth, which is supposed to be a blue raspberry cotton candy. I haven't had too many good cotton candy vapes, so I'm hoping that one is pretty good. Now, the last time I went to the vape store, this is how things work out sometimes, and there are no coincidences. One of my favorite juices of all time, and I could vape on it 24/7, 7 days a week, all day, no problem. It's when I get bored with the flavor and I want something different, I go with something different. The Bizarre Blue, I get the blue raspberry cheesecake, and it's really delicious. I taste the cheesecake, the blue raspberry, it's a hint of blue raspberry. I would have liked there to be a more prominent blue raspberry taste, but I still taste it, and it's still one hell of a juice. Well, they also make an ice version called, this is blue raspberry gummy and menthol. I've tried certain menthol juices because I was a menthol smoker, and I've never been too big of a fanboy of the menthol, because the menthol is very prominent and it's not very balanced. I will say that this one here, you know what it tastes like? It tastes like a blue raspberry gummy shark. You know the blue raspberry gummy sharks that have the white bottom? The menthol isn't too prominent unless you really, really turn it up. I usually keep this at around 65 watts out of the Falcon tank and the Fire Luke mesh tank. But guys, have you ever had that experience with Ejuice and the testing you do in the stores? A lot of them, they're those single battery mods that you can't replace the battery, and you're vaping it at 25 to 30 watts, and you really don't get the full effect of the taste of the juice. So if you're a vape store and you're watching this, get yourself some double battery mods, or maybe some mods that you just plug in and you don't have to worry about the batteries, so people can turn down the wattage, turn up the wattage, and really experience what the juice really, really tastes like and what the effect of the juice is. With that being said, I'm still a fanboy of regulating the service. I'm getting tired of Chinese cheap crap. With that being said, love y'all. God bless.